Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to 50 geography facts about the USA. It's from a channel that I've reacted to a couple times, but I just saw this pop up and I thought, yeah, we're going to do this reaction. So that's pretty much it. Let's check this out. I do love a geography based video, as you know. So yeah, we're going to check this out. Links are also in the description to my Patreon if you want to see some reactions that I can't post to YouTube. Movie reactions, all that good stuff. Links are there. And yeah, let's jump into this.
50 geography facts about USA. This is a video many of you guys have requested, and I am happy to oblige because the USA is a country with a fascinating and diverse geography. So without any further ado, let's dive into these amazing facts. This video will have 50 facts and USA has 50 states, so that is why there are 50 stars on the USA's flag. Alaska is the country's westernmost and easternmost state.
See, that fact always baffles me. It's just one of those ones where you just think, how is it even possible?
You might be wondering, what? How does it have a connection to the easternmost point if it's not even close? Well, Alaska is the only state that crosses both hemispheres. So if you look at this
with the crazy time zone, right? The time zone one with Alaska. I don't know where it is, the time zone difference. I think it's probably here. With Russia, you've got the islands that are next to each other, but they have like a 23-hour difference.
Image right here, you can see exactly what I mean. The USA is the only country in the world that has all of the Earth's 5 climate zones. The tropical
that
one,
is wild.
the dry one, the temperate, continental, and polar one. So that's why in a part of a country it can be summer, while in the other part of the country there are snowstorms.
That's true. That is true. Wait, in Florida? Wait, Florida still gets coldest. Like, it won't be summer in Florida when it is winter here. It will still be winter in Florida. It will just still be hot because Florida is just hot, right? I'm assuming that's the case. Like, Florida doesn't have summer at a different time. Yeah, that is how it is, but it's still hot there, I guess, even when it's winter time.
And stuff like that. Guys, look at this. Really? Come on guys, let's subscribe and let's beat the population of the British Virgin Islands. Okay, back to the video now. The USA has more tornadoes than any other country in the world, averaging about 1,200 per year.
Crazy.
3 out of every 4 tornadoes in the world occur in the United States.
Now that is crazy to think about. The whole world, 75% of them happen in the US. That is mental.
That is massive. The USA has a town called Hell, which is in Michigan, which freezes every winter. So it kinda makes sense if you know what I mean. Speaking of city names, we have another one and it's called Boring, and it's in Oregon. It has 7,000 people and I just guess.
Who names this?
It's boring. The USA has the Mississippi River and it is so long that it takes 90 days for a drop of water to travel from its source to its mouth.
Oh, wow.
The USA's highest mountain is located in Alaska and it's called Denali, and it has a height of 20,000 feet, being the tallest mountain in North America. The United States has no official language. Puerto Rico is not a country and shouldn't be confused because it is a simple state of the USA. Americans are the first and only people to walk on the moon. You see this map, right? Well, the red and the orange areas
I know this is going to be, they have the same population
of this map have equal population.
I knew that.
This reminds me of this map. It's still insane that pretty much
Wait, that map is the same as well. What?
everyone lives in those areas. Massachusetts is the healthiest state in the US, and meanwhile the unhealthiest state is Louisiana. But don't take these seriously, okay? Speaking of, I guess, unhealthy food, more than 9 in every 10 Americans have eaten pizza in the last month. That's
So have I. I've had pizza a few days ago.
93%. According to a report. On any given day in the USA, about 85 million adults, which is 37% of the population, consume fast food. Okay, enough roasting. The USA is one of the most mobile nations in the world. According to a poll, 25% of US adults reported moving
people in the US just move a lot then?
Within the country in the past 5 years. 90% of Americans use the internet compared to just about 55% of the global population. The USA is home
To be fair, 90% is lower than I thought. I thought that'd be. I mean, I guess. No, 90% is still lower than I thought. I think it'd be like 99% because there's obviously this small amount of people that don't use it, but because 90%, so that I mean like 40 million, no, like 35 million people don't use the internet in the US. Damn.
to nearly 45 million immigrants, more than any other country in the world. That is 13% of the US population. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to celebrate 100 years of Franco-American friendship. Is that actually true?
Yes.
It is true. Wow, I didn't know that. Now I do. The largest currency in US history was the 10,000 bill, but
10,000.
the government stopped producing them in 1969, of course.
So if you still have that, that's probably worth like $1 million. I mean, I don't know if anyone's even going to have that, but that'll be worth loads, right? Because it's been gone for what, 55 years. It's a collectible, so I mean, the price of that has definitely gone up.
1969. New York City has a larger GDP than Russia, even though Russia is, listen carefully, 140 times bigger.
New York City has a bigger GDP than Russia. Wait, I wasn't even listening. What?
Than New York City. So New York City has a GDP of $2.1 trillion compared to $1.7 trillion that Russia has.
Mental.
Now we're gonna talk about a different state, and that is California. California's GDP, which is $3.6 trillion, is
More than the
larger
UK.
than India's GDP,
Oh, it's larger than India's as well. I know it's bigger than the UK's.
which is $3.17 trillion. If California were to be a country, it would have the 5th largest GDP in the world, and that is just California. America has roughly 7 times as many Irish people as Ireland does. Alaska makes up about a 5th of the US inland area, being the largest state in the USA, despite not even having a percent of the population. Speaking of Alaska, America bought Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million.
The biggest flipping deal in the world. Like how have they done this, man? Russia messed this up big time. I mean, they bought it for this, and it's worth a whole load more thanks to the oil. And just in general, it's a flipping massive load of land. Just a massive area. So how have they just sold it for that? Like even in these times, 7.2 million does seem quite low, but maybe they needed the money. You know what? In the moment that they sold it, they needed that money, I guess.
$1 million, and that happened in 1867. But they got so much resources, so I think that was a great deal for them. But Alaska was actually originally proposed being sold to Liechtenstein. Yes, Liechtenstein, the microstate. Because the Russian Empire was running low on gold, and Liechtenstein had a lot of gold, and they were like, give us gold and we will give you Alaska. Imagine that would have actually happened. How would the world look right now?
That would
USA
be wild.
ranks #1 for hosting international students. 5.5% of students
Wait, I want to see this.
#1.
The UK is a lot higher than I thought. Actually, no, it's not. It's not a surprise. Actually, to be fair, you see a lot of students from other countries, and even the university in my city has a lot. But this is quite an interesting little graph, to be honest.
And for hosting international students, 5.5% of students choose the USA. But I'm not choosing USA because it is too expensive, and I would rather choose Denmark or Sweden. I will see. Okay, I got in my personal life. Why am I doing this? Morocco was the first country to recognize the United States. Yes, that is actually true. And it was back in 1768. There are more guns than people in the United
120% of people. Damn.
States. USA has the most dogs and cats. They have 76 million dogs and also 76.5
But they have more cats than dogs.
million cats.
What?
Other countries don't even come close. The next fact,
I need time to see these graphs.
5 million cats.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a big difference. Look at China, the population. Why have you got so many more cats in China? I don't really want to say. And then in Russia and Brazil, they don't have dogs, apparently. And Brazil doesn't have cats either. Okay, what's going on there?
Other countries don't even come close. The next fact shouldn't come to surprise. USA has the most McDonald's with 13,000 locations.
Damn.
Second place is China with just 5,000.
China's ahead. China's second. What? That is baffled. Japan's got. Wait, what? Why is it? I thought these countries are like proud of their incredible food. Why is France, China, and why is France, China, and Japan the top 4? God damn, that has baffled me. Jesus Christ.
But actually, USA has more public libraries than McDonald's restaurants, so big W for that. Alaska
Okay.
has a larger coastline than all of the other 49 states combined. Did you know USA is also technically in Oceania? Yeah, they have
Because of American Samoa?
Guam and Hawaii, which are
Oh.
territories owned by USA, and they are technically in Oceania. You can sail from the USA to India in a straight line because the world is a globe and not a rectangle. Here's how it would look. Yeah, see? It makes sense now,
That's
right?
quite crazy.
Montpelier, located in Vermont, is the only US state capital without McDonald's, and it also has the smallest capital population.
I mean, it sounds very French. I mean, there's literally a place in France called Montpellier as well. I love seeing Frankfurt. I mean, it's spelled different, but Frankfurt, Kentucky. I just love seeing the names of like towns and cities in the US. I find them so fascinating, and Canada as well. I found out yesterday there's a London in Canada, which baffled me. It's just so fascinating to see these names
With
in
just
these countries.
8,000 people. The US president tried to buy Greenland from Denmark 3 times, but all of the times they were rejected. Even Trump tried to do that. Most of Canada's population lives below the US northernmost point. And I'm not even talking about Alaska, it's just the mainland of USA. Over 70 million people are obese in the USA, and that is more people than the population of UK.
Damn.
The USA is home to the most active volcano in the world. It is located in Hawaii, and it is the most dangerous one, having erupted continuously since 1983.
Holy
California is the state with the most McDonald's, having almost 1,500.
Oh my days, 1,492. That's nearly more than the UK. Was it? I think it was. I can't be asked to go back, but the UK was 1,000 and something. And even in my city, actually, I mean, there's 1 McDonald's, 2, 3, 4. There's probably about 6 McDonald's in my city, maybe 7. There's 4 that I can think of, and I think there's going to be another 2 that I just can't think of off the top of my head. There's got to be 6, and then there's probably some like leading out of the city, because like on like the long journey roads, you have them to like stop at and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty wild.
500 McDonald's in total. American Samoa, which is a territory of the USA, is just 200 kilometers away from Samoa, but they are living a full day apart, with American Samoa being a day behind. This is so interesting. Look at this. California has a city without rules.
I know the city. It's the city where people move to. I don't know what it's called. But it's quite. Is it like the hippie city or whatever? I say hippie city. It reminds me a bit of like a hippie lifestyle. Maybe that's not the right word to use.
It's called Slap City,
That's
and
the
I
one.
think Mr. Beast was there at some point. And finally, the last fact, this is how aliens see the world map. I know, the best fact ever, but it's accurate. I mean, you only see aliens in the United States.
See, this is something I always see, right? Because it does seem to be like the US military, just they're the ones that find these aliens.
And nowhere else. Like, what is this? And that is the end.
That is definitely one that I've like sort of a thing that I've thought about before. Like how it's always the US intelligence or whatever that are seeing these aliens. The sightings are so much higher in the US. I wonder why. But this is fascinating. I do enjoy these videos. And I mean, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. And until next time, subscribe. like, subscribe, and peace.